It was take it or leave it. A couple of years ago, when she graduated from community college, he'd invited her to share the spacious loft apartment above his photography studio. The decision was a no-brainer. Julie pinched his shoulder as she dashed around him to her place at the table. "You know what? The review for the play. Did you read it?" She licked her forefinger and flipped through the pages of the local paper. "Oh, that." She squashed his paper to make eye contact. "Oh, that? Gavin, you know how important this is to me." "Calm down, sis. I was just teasing." He popped the paper back to its original form. "I'm your biggest fan, remember?" Julie's heart pounded against her chest. This isn't just any day. This isn't just any review. Today is different. Today holds all my tomorrows in the balance. Where is it? Where are the pictures and the review? The Braxton Community Theater's weekend performance of The Sound of Music had been a huge success, attracting record audiences from the greater Nashville area. The right review could be the threshold to finally opening doors for her career as an actor. In her heart of hearts, she knew her dreams were about to come true, which was why the review was important. No, vital. Here it is. Okay, she muttered, scanning the piece, looking for any mention of her name. Near the bottom of the page, next to last paragraph, she found it. Her eyes raced through the lines as she read. Julie Parker's portrayal of Liesl von Trapp might be best described as Liesl von Flat, while the lovely Miss Parker, always a crowd-pleaser with the locals, certainly looked the part of the attractive young teenage daughter. Her rendition of 16 going on 17 was simply disappointing. Perhaps she should invest in more singing and dancing lessons, instead of wasting her time strolling the fruit and vegetable aisles in all those Lanham's commercials. Tears burned her eyes. She dropped the paper onto the table. "Dennis, how could you?" Gavin set down his coffee mug. "Uh-oh, Dennis wrote that?" "How could he do this to me?" She stood up, shoving the chair back against the hardwood floor as Gavin reached for the review. "Just because I wouldn't marry him is no reason to crucify my career." She paced the floor, then planted herself facing him. "That was 5 years ago. Gavin, how could he be so cruel? How could he do this to me?" "Sis, calm down. Nobody cares what he writes. Just calm down." He took another sip of coffee, still reading the review. Julie fell back in her chair. "But I was counting on this review. This was my best performance ever. Don't you get it? I need a stellar review. If I'm ever going to audition in New York, I need a portfolio bursting at the seams with good reviews." She rested her head face first on the table. "Why did it have to be Dennis? Why?" She bounced her forehead gently against the table. "Good thing that placemat's padded, or you'd have quite a goose egg on that pretty head of yours." She sat up with an exaggerated sigh of anguish, slumping her shoulders. Gavin reached for a dish towel and tossed it at her. "Come on, Jules. You know nobody listens to Dennis. He's not even a legitimate critic. I mean, come on. The guy works at Joe's Lube Shop." He tilted his chair back, his thumb and forefinger hooked on the table's edge. "He only writes these pieces when his mom's out of town and can't do it. He's got no theatrical credentials, unless you count working backstage in all those high school plays. I'm telling you, nobody takes him seriously. You're getting yourself all worked up for nothing." Julie wiped her tears and took a deep breath. "You're right. You're absolutely right. Besides, everybody in Braxton knows Dennis still has a thing for me, even though he's married now. Most folks will see this for what it is, right? It's not professional, it's personal. Right?"
"Right. Don't give it a second thought."
She took another breath and blew it out, reaching for her coffee. Before she took a sip, she slammed the mug back on the table. "But Gavin, how will I ever get a break if my reviews are written by a jilted boyfriend from high school?" Gavin stood, then carried his empty dishes to the sink.
"Look, sis, forget about it. Forget Dennis. He's a loser. But it's like I keep telling you, you've got to get out of this town. Braxton's too small. It's great having you live here and all, but if you're ever going to get a break, you've got to go where the action is. Hey, wait, don't you have an audition in Nashville next week?"
"Yes," she whimpered, wiping her nose against the